Regina, you already made a mark in Indian cinema. How getting into this para sports, the kind of love you're showering to the kids, and when they were seeing you, they were like, a mother or daughter or son connection. I can see the love you're giving it. How I just wanted to know the journey, how you got connected with this association or foundation.
Well, it goes way back, at least about 10 years. AMF, Aditya Mehta Foundation, started in 2013, and I happened to meet Aditya through Shilpa Reddy
Okay.
in Hyderabad, and she would explain to me what he was trying to do, and it was pretty much in the nascent stages when he started off. He had a vision, and he was on a mission to complete this, and I wasn't a trustee back then, but a few years being a ardent supporter, I decided that I would also get on board and be a trustee of the organization, only because I could see the zeal, and it's not easy.
Yes.
It is not easy to engage people, to nudge people, to even think about this. The fact that 11 years after he has started this NGO, we have 2 athletes who are now representing India in the Paralympics. It's taken him 11 years. And that requires consistency and perseverance of a different level.
True.
And I must say that back then AMF had very less support from from the state or from any of the other organizations. Aditya did strive and make sure that he used his contacts. He also made sure he worked with the CRPF, the BSF, everybody to actually motivate people who have probably, after service become physically challenged. He has worked on that, given them counseling, all of that, to make them become a part of AMF. So he really, really tried to plan this in many different ways. And for me, I think that's the most important thing. If I have to back someone today with whatever platform I have been given, it's so important for me to know and trust that this person can do what they're saying they will do. It's not an easy task. And I'm only absolutely happy, and honestly I have done nothing except just use my platform and use what I have been given to shine some light on them. I'm one way of probably reaching the media, one way of probably putting the word out there, and I'm so glad that Aditya made sure he has tried to use all of this. Lakshmi Manchu has cycled with him, Samantha is cycling with him. We've gone step by step, tried to bring in a lot of people so that the awareness is created far and wide. And
so when you attended the first event, which when we were not aware much about it, you still remember the moment, and what brings you at that day that yes, I want to contribute for this? Before that, joining this foundation, you not be much aware.
No.
So when you get your first event and attended, or some memories?
In fact, before the event also, I had cycled with Aditya.
Okay.
And that's how it started. I had gone cycling, and we would do night rides. And
you love cycling.
And I also, I do. I absolutely do love it. I love sport in general.
That I know that.
And if I have the opportunity to, learn a sport or educate myself about a sport, I'm always open to it. So I cycled with Aditya, and it was so interesting because he's an Abhavani amputee. And the energy and the endurance that he had, I didn't have.
Okay.
And it obviously has nothing to do with the number of limbs you have at the end of the day. It is important how strong you are for your endurance. But it gave me this little push and a jolt saying, you do take yourself for granted many times. And you don't really pay attention to everything that you've been given. And gratitude is something that I would probably not consciously practice back then. I would be grateful, but I would not consciously practice it. And slowly over the years, having met him, having seen what he's done, I feel like I have started practicing gratitude a lot more, And I do remember the first time we cycled, our first event, how sometimes he was so unsure about the fact that if you know things would work out. And yeah, it's all fond memories now, really.
So as you know, today we were in the event and we can see all the kids were surrounded by you. Do you remember your school days, childhood memories? You know, you loved to play sports, you know, and the way you were just going around and seeing the kids, they were so enthusiastic and, you know, full of energy. So what kind of energies you had in your childhood or any sports you used to play like anything? You were ready for it.
I used to play basketball in school.
Wow!
Yeah, I played for school and then went on to district and stuff. But you know, one big hurdle I faced was I could only play till the 9th and then the 10th a little bit because of my boards. My mom was like, "No, you come and you study."
Oh,
which I feel like is something that a lot of kids face today. I mean, most of their school life. By the time they reach the 10th, either they become apprehensive or the parents become apprehensive or the teachers become apprehensive and they're like, oh, sport is not something you should be doing. And I wouldn't say it's the wrong approach, but as a kid who was in sport and who would have liked to pursue it throughout her school, I feel like maybe the approach can be a little different.
we have to change it now.
I mean, I think we can change our views on it. Instead of saying, no, you can't do it, we can obviously, today we have the facilities, today we have everything to be able to empower kids to do or take the path they want to take, whether it's be an athlete. It is difficult in our country to survive as an athlete.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a lot of struggle,
any sport you take, any sport you take. Individual sport, little better, but still, you know, be it tennis, cycling, whatever it is. And it was only after Jyoti and Arshad from AMF when they you know have qualified to you know participate in the Paralympics, did I even know that there's been no cyclist that has represented our country in the Olympics itself. And for a second I was like, I don't believe that. That can't be true. I mean, in all of the Olympics there's not been one Indian that has represented our country. And I went online and searched to see. And that's interesting, you know, that it has been like this.
It's a great achievement, I must say.
It is a wonderful achievement. I know that Jyoti and Arshad are both worried, tensed, nervous, rightfully so. But I'm so excited for them, and all of us are so excited for them. You know, however they perform, it doesn't matter. They have literally paved the way. They've broken a record, and I think that for the moment has to be celebrated.
But I think if you were not into this cinema, I must be saying you must be in the sports doing something great. You think sometimes like this?
I don't know, great, but I would have probably done something.
Sportswoman, like into sports.
Maybe. No, I actually wanted to do psychology. I've probably been a criminal psychologist.
Oh my God, great. Such a beautiful lady wants to do something different. Okay.
Yeah, I like psychology. It's what I majored in.
So what's your like time when you're free? What are kind of sports nowadays you're playing to be in fit?
Oh, no, I don't play a sport to stay fit. In fact, you need to be fit to play a sport.
Wow, okay.
It's the other way around. But yes, badminton. I learned a bit of tennis. I swim once in a while. Basketball. Like
true.
once a week I play basketball now. Like I said, any sport.